year not only as a celebration of Lamar Dodd and Will Henry Stevens as celebrated artists, but also as a celebration of the Highlands Captures Land Trust 100th anniversary.
This is an opportunity to celebrate mutual inspiration. And by that I mean is I've had a chance to walk around and look at these wonderful pieces of art, both by Lamar Dodd and by Will Henry Stevens. It is inspiring to see southern landscapes portrayed in the way in which they so richly present these. We, at the same time as the Land Trust, make an attempt to inspire by preservation the landscapes that are depicted in so many of these pictures. And we want to take a moment to simply thank you for whatever support you have been able to give over the years and may in the future in support of preserving and conserving the beautiful wild scenes that we all hold so dear in these mountains. Because were it not for those sights and scenes, we might be missing some of the inspiration that so inspired these artists. So with that in mind, I just would like to thank you all. This is an incredibly beautiful turnout. The Bascom, in and of itself, is a wonderful inspiration for us as a community, both in Highlands and Captures. And together, we are excited to present this opportunity to celebrate the wildness and the beauty of these mountains.
I'm happy to be talking about Lamar tonight because it's really an amazing coincidence. I believe in these sorts of serendipitous coincidences, and that it is the 100th anniversary of the Land Trust on September the 22nd. Will be the centenary of Lamar Dodd's birth. So those two have congruence in time. I think it's pretty fitting, and particularly with the exhibition here at the Bascom and the mountains that he loved so much. I was attempted in curating this exhibition to show that appreciation for the mountains as well as the South that he loved so much. At Lamar's first exhibition in New York at the Fairfield Galleries, one of the critics said, "You won't see anything at that exhibition of the Taj Mahal or of Paris or of Rome. What you're going to see is Georgia, Georgia, Georgia." And that is indeed what you see with Lamar's works during these periods. He believed that artists of Alabama, artists of the South, were treasonous if they did not depict the South. And so consequently, in one of his statements that was later recorded by a Pulitzer Prize winner, Lamar said that people in Birmingham drive right by some of the most beautiful hot dog stands and newspaper stands and vernacular architecture, dreaming about the Taj Mahal in Paris. And they miss the beauties of Shades Mountain and Mountain Brook and Homewood and Birmingham. Lamar's career spanned the 20th century, and I bring up the abstract expressionist movement because he does move his palette from this rather dark and somber one to a much lighter palette, which you see in these works. You also see the other 20th century currents in Lamar's work very much in this exhibition, including his sort of emphasis on cubism. You can see it right there, the rocks and the creation of the rocks, and where color is used to create volume. That color gives to those rocks a volumetric presence. He is also interested in abstracting the human figure. So behind this column, you will see a very bright, almost neon palette of cotton pickers, but he wanted to reduce them ultimately to the lines and shapes that would indicate fatigue, exhaustion, the bending and the sweeping that goes along with picking cotton.